Hey guys, are you daring enough to enter the mind of a builder? Or at least this builder. Friday, Diana and I spent 12 hours going in and playing around with a flow that I had, a tool that I had built. And this is one of the things about Chatbot Builder especially, because this platform is so amazing and we can do so much with it. It's like never ending for me. Like I can't just build a tool and stop. I'll build it, it works, it meets the goal, but then I have to add to it. I have to make it better. I have to customize it and tweak it and make it more powerful. And everything that you do can generate ideas of more things you could do. It's pretty amazing. And so I thought I'd give you guys a little behind the scenes look at how we build these tools and what our thought process is when we're building out these solutions. Everybody's different. Every builder is different. Everybody's thought process is different. And anybody that works with me knows I like to just create the basic tool, make sure it's functioning for that simple objective that we want. Just make it clean and simple. Then once it's working and it's meeting the objective, we can start customizing and adding things to it. Once I have one tool built, the nice thing about building separate tools that all work on their own, I can layer those. I can add those onto another tool. Whatever I'm doing with a prospect, either creating curiosity or educating them or engaging with them, I always add my lead generation tool to the end of that prospecting tool because that's my goal. I want to get them into my pipeline. So since I have different tools built, I can always take one tool that's done and stands on its own and add it to another tool that I build. That's what's really cool for me using Chatbot Builder. So I'm going to show you a little bit of how I do that on one of the tools that I had built, a prospecting tool that Diana and I got in Friday and spent all day tweaking and customizing and adding things to it, making it more powerful. Everything that we added to it gave us a new idea. It's like, ooh, if we can do that, how about, can we try this? It's like, ooh, if we can do that, maybe we can do this. So the reason we were in a room for 12 hours, it takes a long time to make changes and customize something, even if it's something that already worked. Each thing that you add to it, you have to go back and test. And my philosophy is I only change one thing, test it. Change one thing, test it. And to show you that, I sped up like 5 hours of working and testing. And that's really all I was doing, was making one change and testing, one change and testing for that whole 4 or 5 hours. And so I made a couple of minutes of a sped up section of that for you guys to see how that goes. So I'm going to make a web chat, call it Prospecting QR Code Tool. And I'm going to use the level 1, just a list, to just do the basic web chat. We can change that welcome message later. I don't need any persistent menus or anything like that. I'm going to do my brand color, which is dark red color. Okay. And then we'll leave these greens in here. I like that. So I'm going to generate the CSS, copy that, and here and paste it. Save it. Now when I go look at that with the link, open up a new tab, paste it, it should open up that. So now I'm going to type in what's going on here is I'm talking with a prospect and they say, well, what can AI do for me? So I have a QR code on my phone, and I say, well, let me show you. And they scan that QR code, and it goes to this web chat. And they can either pick one of these industries or type in their business. And what's going to happen, I'll put in a pet store. And what's going to happen is AI is going to generate 5 examples of tools that I could build for this business owner. And so this tool is designed to just be a quick win when I'm out talking with somebody and showing them something that can spark their curiosity or get them to ask more questions and want to learn more. And this is exactly what it's supposed to do. Come up with 5 different tools that I could build. Pet care advisor, automated appointment scheduler, inventory management, cat dog breed selector quiz, customer feedback collection system. And there's so many more, but this hopefully will spark some curiosity and keep the conversation going. Now this is the tool. This is it. It works. That's what I designed it for. So let's go to level 2. The tool is built. Now I'm going to go back. I'll show you the original tool. So that original tool, we'll call that level 1, is just this flow. It has the node to enter their industry or their business. It has the AI prompts here that describe what the job is of this tool to create that list of 5 things. And then it's going to display that list to the customer. That's it. Simple flow, level 1. But what I always do with my prospecting tools, I have a lead generation tool. And anything that I'm prospecting with, I always add that tool to the end of the flow. Now this is kicking it up a notch to level 2. I have the original tool here with this, and this. And I'm going to add my lead generation tool, which is this, and this. So now I have 2 tools in this same flow. And what this is going to do, hopefully, is get them to continue and book a call so that we can set up a time to continue the conversation and get this person on board with a new customized solution. All right. And if they're not ready to book yet, I'll give them my freebie, my AI automation guide, so they can get a little bit more information. And what that also does is gets them signed up in a drip campaign where they get 3 emails automatically sent out that nurtures them until they're ready to book a call. This is one of my basic prospecting tools. So I'm out there with them, I get a quick win, and then I get them into my pipeline. Done. But once I get this built, it's hard to stop because yes, it was okay to get this list, gives them, a quick win. Doesn't take very long for the AI to do that. But what Diana and I spent like 12 hours on Friday doing is pushing this to the limit of seeing how much we could customize these responses. How much more powerful could we make this? Right now, the AI is just coming up with a list. It's not segmented. These aren't saved anywhere. I can't really do anything with this data except display it like this. But I can customize this and control it a lot more if I go to the next level. Now on level 3, if I want to do something with that information that the AI generated, that list of 5 things, I can use JSON to put all of that information into custom fields that I can do multiple things with later on. Adding the JSON tool allows me to save that information that the AI created into custom fields. And once I do that and it's segmented out like this, I can use that information anywhere in my flows. And to show you some examples of how powerful that is, let's try and customize that list of information that the AI gave us visually into different formats. So let's look at one way I can use this data now to make it look a little different when it's displayed. Now I've got a few different examples in here. All of these are really different flows, but I put them all in here so I can just change them up and show you the different iterations that we went through in how we wanted this displayed. Because once we started, it was a crazy long day of playing around trying to find the best way to display the information that we got here. Now, this flow is like huge. This really isn't one flow. This is that original tool, my lead generation tool that I add to the end. And these are 3 different ways that we're going to display that list of 5 that the AI gave us. And then we can also do landing pages. And I'm going to do that after I do these. Once you start building, you're going to understand there's never one way to do anything. There are multiple ways to do everything. And so you have to figure out which one works best for you and the client. So let's do the first one here. I'm going to go ahead and hook it up to this and publish it. And now we'll go back and we'll run that tool again. When we run the tool again, now that it has that updated part to it, we'll choose real estate. Now the AI is doing the same thing that that basic tool did. It's been told to come up with 5 different use cases for the industry that was picked. And since we picked real estate, it should come up with 5 things that I could build for somebody in real estate that would be useful. But this time, instead of displaying a list, it's going to give me 5 separate containers. And you see each one of these has the name of the tool, it has the description, what it does, and the benefit. So that's one way to visually. And then of course I would hook up my lead generation tool and continue this conversation. Let's go back and do another way to display it. I'm going to delete that connection. And now this time we're going to connect it to a carousel and publish it. And we're going to go back and refresh. And we'll pick restaurant this time. I just put my logo in here. You see all of the information is down there for the tool. And then if I scroll through, I've got the menu recommendation assistant. I've got a feedback and review collector, order status bot, and a loyalty program, reservation management. And this is okay. This is our first visual that we try to do, but it takes a long time. And I need to go customize how the layout of this text is, and I'm limited on these cards on how I can display that. But that's one option. Now let's go back. Let's disconnect this. Now we're going to connect it to some images. Because I separated out that information into custom fields, I can now have a node where I put in that custom field, and everywhere that I put in those custom fields, it's going to take that data and apply it to this card. So each one of these cards, I can have unique data on the card. So let's go ahead and publish that. Go refresh. And let's pick nonprofit. And you see this is a little bit more customized where I have an image and I have this a little bit better formatted where you can see the title and the description, what it does, the business benefit. And I can click on the next button once I've read that and get the next image. Now you'll notice that the image is going to be different because each image is going to be generated by the AI according to what the tool is. So this one's a volunteer management assistant. I click next, it's going to go to the next one. If you notice the image back here, it was a donor engagement bot. And it has something up here about donors. This one is a RSVP and reminder, and you see the image is reflecting the content of that. I do it again and it'll give me the next one. And doing it this way gives a little bit more engagement for the customer, gives them more time to read what they're doing, breaks it down a little cleaner where you can distinguish the text a little bit better. And doing it one at a time like this doesn't seem to have such a long wait time as doing all 5 at once and showing a carousel. That took about 2.5 minutes. It doesn't seem like we're waiting as long because we're doing one at a time. And then again, I would hook up my lead generation tool to the end of this and continue the conversation. And then the next step up, of course, is creating a customized landing page. Disconnect this for a second and connect it to here. Publish. And we'll go back and we'll refresh again. And what it's doing this time is taking that list of 5 things that it came up with, putting that information into the cuffs with JSON, taking those cuffs, putting them in the landing page code where they need to be distributed, and then we can go look at that landing page. So here's the landing page, and of course you can customize your landing page any way that you want, and then just put the cuffs in where they go. But this is how I set it up, just a simple 5 containers. They each have their own little animated movement. They're customized a little bit with formatting so the text stands out. Now this is nothing fancy. You could make your landing page as cool as you wanted it to be. I just did it with a little bit of animation, a little bit of formatting on the fonts and the text, and my brand colors. And then of course there's a button to return back to the conversation. And you see this one is the carousel, kind of that same formatting, same branding colors, but this time I'm doing one at a time in the carousel screens. And I go back, next, back, and then of course it'll return to my chat. Just like the other one, it'll continue on with my lead generation. And if I say, not right now, no problem. It'll ask for my name. And then it'll ask for my email. And then it'll ask for my phone number. And I'll skip that one. And then it's going to give me that lead magnet, so I can download it right there. He sees right away what AI can do, just a little taste of it. He gets a lead magnet delivered right there. And I have him on the drip campaign now, so he's going to be getting emails. If he doesn't click on the button that says he's not ready and he actually wants to book one, he clicks on yes. It's going to go, same thing, ask for the name. Email and phone number, because this time we need it because he's booking an appointment. And then it brings up the book now flow, which is another tool that's built and gets added on. And I'll pick an appointment time, say book now, and now the appointment is set. And if I go look at my inbox, it shows me the entire conversation that I had with this person and the appointment that we have booked, the drip campaign that they're signed up for. And now I have that person in my pipeline. And that's just a little taste of how my mind works when I'm building out flows. And this is just one example of many different ways that you can do things. Chatbot Builder, it's pretty much unlimited, and like I said, the community is great. I hope that was fun for you guys. As always, if this is helpful, like and subscribe, share with your friends, and comment below if you have any questions or have suggestions for videos in the future. And I will see you in the next one.